So Morara has been injured on his head, on his neck. You could see a lot of bruises, and there were some holes on his neck, on his back. Against him with political thugs and goons who are planned and put at bombers to go and attack and hurt our leader, or the party leader of the Inject party, Morara Kebaso. He was admitted in hospital. I saw him in hospital. He was badly and severely injured. He was hurt. If you could, didn't wish it on your enemies. And it's sad and unfortunate, but we will emerge stronger, and he will emerge stronger, and the movement will emerge stronger. Other than that, I rushed to court because there was a ruling that was coming up today for Morara at 2 p.m. where the magistrate saw the charges that were preferred by the DPP, to which cyber harassment, were defective. So as we speak right now, Morara has been discharged. He has been let free. The bail has been returned to him, and the court has ordered that the bail be returned to him, and he is a free man. He is a free citizen. The hogwash charges that were preferred against him by the DPP in cahoots with the police officers, they have been quashed, and I'm happy to tell all Kenyans that Morara has been let free, and he's okay. He's okay. He's doing well, and we wish him a quick recovery.
And you say that he's badly injured. Perhaps what part of his body?
So Morara has been injured on his head, on his neck. You could see a lot of bruises, and there were some holes on his neck, on his back, on his leg. He's in a bad state, but we pray for him. Yes.
Is he still admitted at the hospital?
I think he's been. I'm not sure. I'm just from court. I left him at the hospital, so I'm not sure if he's out. So I'll have to confirm that. Yeah. But the ruling was delivered in his absence.
Do you have confirmation that this was a planned attack?
I mean, Morara went to Bomet, went to Kericho, Ruto's home ground. He has never been attacked. He was in Nyanza. He has never been attacked in all those rallies that he's gone to. And my friends here, Kioti Sonko, who've been attending his launch tours, can affirm to that. Then the one day he has gone to Bomas is the day that he was attacked. Clearly, the public participation exercise was a meeting of goons of ODM together with UDA, certain UDA thugs. But what I can say for a fact, those were planned goons, and it was a planned attack, because it's never happened before, because his meetings have been impromptu, so they could not plan on an impromptu meeting. He'll just take his car, park somewhere, start addressing people. They can't preempt that. But when he went to Bomas, people started throwing chairs, and not people, specific people, and you could see the leader, the member of parliament, TJ Kajwang, cheering on the beating of Morara. So clearly those were ODM thugs and even UDA thugs who were planned or planted there to attack and beat up Morara. He was denied access. Other than being denied access, when he got in, he was denied the microphone. He is a Kenyan citizen. He's entitled to air his views like any other Kenyan citizen. So whatever happened to him was clearly masterminded, and it was planned. Yeah.
And according to the charges that he was given during the court case,
yes,
the cyber harassment charges were linked to a certain wealthy man out there. Perhaps when you look at his documents, now what you found out there was behind the charges, the court case.
I don't think so, but the only person who can confirm is Dear Langat, and we saw some statement that was issued out by Dear Langat that he was not responsible for the arrest of Morara. So whatever was there was clearly, it's just weaponization of the criminal judicial system, because even the charges, the judge was actually very clear that the charges, the offense, there is no disclosure of the offense, that Morara, that the offense preferred against, there is no offense under section 27 pertaining to cyber harassment. So the charges were hogwash. The charges were clearly put in place, intended to silence Morara and to scare him from telling the truth. And I hope he doesn't bite into it and he goes on doing what he's doing. Yeah. So it's a scheme. It's a scheme, and we've seen this before. Anytime you see the government using the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act against a certain individual, a certain person, then know there is something that they are trying to do. It's clearly a weaponization of the criminal judicial process.
Okay.
Yeah.
And following the Bomas incident, are you planning to maybe to report the issue to the police? Have you reported the matter to the police?
Yeah, it's just that I was held up in court, but we want to actively follow up because Bomas has CCTV cameras. Clearly, you could see the faces of some of those people who are throwing chairs, and Morara will be following up on that.
Even
The
MC was shouting that piga.
That's actually incitement to violence.
That is incitement. Plus
How is
the
he
MP
sitting as a member of parliament?
The MP himself.
So we have to follow it up, and not even Morara. I mean, you see this DCI who was busy, these guys who are busy running and kidnapping people. They should pick it up. They should arrest them.
Yes.
It's a crime against a citizen of the country. There is video evidence. There are CCTV camera footage. So I presume that right now they are busy, but they're busy looking into who was throwing the chairs, who was instigating the violence, and we hope that those criminals will be brought to book, starting with that MP, Member of Parliament, TJ
Okay.
Yes.
One, but you don't have to answer if you don't feel like. Do you have a comment on Councilman Makombe's that today is supporting the government on impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua?
I prefer not to answer that.
I think I can answer that question. At the beginning, before we came for the exercise, the public participation, we were saying that we want both Ruto and Gachagua because they were a single ticket in 2022 election, and so they were all to go home. And so some of the social media influencers, when they were given that platform to air their issues, we expected that they air the grievances of most of Kenyans, whereby you want the entire Kenya Kwanza regime to go home. And so we expected somebody like Kasmuel to come out clearly to say that both Ruto and Gachagua, they must go home. Unfortunately, he was only touching on Gachagua and the matters of tribalism. But it's better for a person to speak about tribalism than to engage in tribalism matters in exercise. When you see we have a lot of offices, yeah? If you can see those offices, people who are occupying those offices, you will clearly notice that they are coming from probably a single community. And so it's better a person who says that tribalism than a person who exercises it. And so we wish that Kasmuel and any other social media influencer who could get that chance to say that both Ruto and Gachagua must go.
And right now, if you head over to Twitter, there is an eruption in regards to what Kasmuel did. Many people are calling him a sellout, a government sellout. Is it true?
You know, at times you look at someone's ways, the way he's moving, where he's coming from, and where he's heading to. You know, when we were going to the streets, we had these members of parliament, the likes of Osoro. Osoro was one of the members of parliament who were against this movement, yeah? Yes. And so at some point, personally, I saw my good friend Kasmuel, because he's a very good friend. He was having a chit chat with Osoro, and so we had so many issues over that, because how can you go speak to a person who is your inferior, and then you expect to probably to condemn him? And so when we saw such issues where Kasmuel was probably on the side of the members of parliament, we felt like whatever we were thinking in the past is exactly what we know. And so we really condemn that, and we wish that there is no any single person, any young person who was on the street that faced the tear gas to align with the members of parliament who are there to ensure that we are still suffering.
And to add on that issue of Kasmuel is